Seneca, Letter 15. On Brawn and Brains. The old Romans had a custom which lasted even into my lifetime. At the opening of a letter, they would write, "If you are well, it is well, I also am well." People like us might do better to say, "If you are studying philosophy, it is well," because this is what truly being well means. Without philosophy, the mind is sick. And even if the body is strong, it is no better than the strength of a madman or a lunatic. So this is the health you should care for first. Bodily health comes second and requires little effort if the mind is well. How foolish it is, Lucilius, how unfitting for an educated man to work so hard on building muscle and broadening shoulders and strengthening lungs. For even if your training and heavy feeding succeed, you will never equal a first-rate bull in strength or weight. And by overloading the body with food, you choke the soul and dull its activity. So limit the body as much as possible and give freedom to the mind. Those who devote themselves to physical pursuits suffer many inconveniences. Their exercises drain their energy and make them less fit for harder tasks. Their sharpness is dulled by heavy eating. They take orders from the vilest of slaves, trainers whose lives revolve around the oil flask and the wine jar. Drinking and sweating, that's the life of a dyspeptic. Instead, choose short and simple exercises that tire the body quickly and so waste little time, for time must be guarded strictly. Run, lift weights, jump, either high or broad, or practice rhythmic movements. Do any one of these briefly, then return to the mind. Exercise it day and night. It grows strong by moderate work, and this exercise is never hindered by cold or heat, or even by old age. Cultivate the good that improves with years. Voice training is not forbidden either, but avoid artificial drills of raising and lowering tones like a singer. Speak when you feel like it, loudly when moved, softly when calm. Our aim is not to train the voice, but to train the soul. And now for your little gift. Here's a fine Greek saying. The fool's life is empty of gratitude and full of fears. It looks always to the future. Who said this? Epicurus. And what life does he mean? Not the life of some clown or witless fellow, but our own. For blind desires drive us into ventures that harm us without satisfying us. If anything could satisfy us, it would have done so long ago. We forget how sweet it is to need nothing, how noble it is to be content and not at fortune's mercy. So, Lucilius, keep reminding yourself how many ambitions you have already achieved. When you see others ahead of you, think of those behind. If you would thank the gods, consider how many men you have outstripped. But why care about the others? You have outstripped yourself. Set a limit beyond which you will not even wish to go, even if you could. Away with deceptive goods. They dazzle those who hope for them more than those who possess them. If they had real substance, they would satisfy. But they only make the thirst greater. Why demand gifts from fortune rather than demand from yourself that you crave nothing? Why crave at all? Shall I pile up gains, forgetting how fleeting life is? Why toil for tomorrow when today may be the last? If not the last, it is near the last. Farewell. In Letter 15, Seneca addresses a concern as relevant now as it was in ancient Rome, the obsession with physical fitness at the expense of intellectual and moral development. He opens with a reimagined Roman greeting. If you are studying philosophy, it is well, implying that true health begins with the mind. Without philosophy, even the strongest body is like a madman's strength, wild, undirected, and ultimately useless. Seneca draws a sharp contrast between body and soul. He does not dismiss the value of physical health altogether, but insists it must be subordinate to the cultivation of the spirit. Muscles may impress, but virtue is what liberates. He mocks the excessive training of athletes, who sweat under the orders of crude trainers, comparing their lives to that of gluttons and dyspeptics. Their time, he argues, would be better spent in moderate, efficient physical exercise, so that they can return quickly to what really matters: contemplation, reading, and philosophical dialogue. Even voice training, Seneca argues, should arise naturally. We should not train like actors or singers, but speak with sincerity when passion or reason demands it. The final section shifts to one of Seneca's favorite themes: gratitude and moderation. Quoting Epicurus, he reminds Lucilius that the fool lives in fear and thanklessness, always looking to the future. But the wise man reflects on how far he's come, not how far others are ahead. And the most striking line: set a limit which you will not even desire to pass, should you have the power. Desire, unchecked, leads not to abundance, but to slavery. The greatest wealth for Seneca is to need less. In sum, Letter 15 is a call to prioritize the soul over the body, to practice gratitude over craving, and to realize that the truest strength is self-restraint.